Have you ever wondered what that little hanging thing in the back of your throat is for? This interesting little body part is called the uvula. Nestled at the back of your throat, it's often mistaken for just a backdrop to a yawn or a scream. It's a small, grape-like structure, a bit of an oddball when it comes to our anatomy. The uvula, from the Latin word for grape, is a fleshy extension of the soft palate and hangs down above the tongue. It's one of those body parts that may seem insignificant, but it's actually quite important. The uvula has multiple roles, from assisting with speech to aiding digestion and even playing a part in our immune system. So why does this little grape matter so much? It's a question that has puzzled scientists and doctors for years. But don't worry, we're about to unravel the mystery. So buckle up as we delve into the intriguing world of the uvula and its essential functions. Believe it or not, that tiny piece of flesh plays a crucial role in how you talk. When you think about talking, you probably imagine your tongue, lips, and teeth all working together to form words. But tucked away at the back of your throat, the uvula is quietly pulling its weight, helping to create certain sounds that we take for granted. The uvula, that bell-shaped piece of tissue dangling at the back of your mouth, works with the back part of the roof of your mouth, known as the soft palate, to seal off your nasopharynx. The nasopharynx is the upper part of the throat that connects to the nasal passages. When we're talking, the uvula and soft palate swing up and close off this area. This prevents air from escaping through your nose, which is essential for producing many speech sounds. Consider the sounds P, B, and M, for example. These are called plosives, and they're formed by building up air pressure in the mouth and then releasing it. If air escaped through the nose during these sounds, they wouldn't have the same impact. So the uvula, in its role as a kind of gatekeeper, is crucial for our speech. This function of the uvula also comes into play with certain languages that use guttural or pharyngeal sounds. These are sounds produced in the back of the throat, and the uvula's ability to move and change shape is key in creating these unique sounds. Even the act of swallowing plays a role in our speech. The uvula helps to prevent food and liquids from entering the nasopharynx, ensuring we can continue talking even while we eat and drink. So the next time you're engaged in a conversation, spare a thought for your uvula. It's working hard behind the scenes to help you communicate effectively. Without our trusty uvula, our speech might sound quite different, but that's not all it does. The uvula isn't just a speech tool, it also aids in our digestion. Indeed, this small bell-shaped organ hanging at the back of our throats plays a crucial role in the complex process of digestion. Let's delve into how exactly the uvula contributes to this process. Firstly, the uvula helps in swallowing, which is the first step in digestion. It acts as a sort of gatekeeper, guiding the food down the right path. As we swallow, the uvula swings upwards, effectively closing off the nasopharynx, which is the area behind the nose that connects to the throat. By doing this, the uvula prevents food and liquid from mistakenly entering our nasal cavity. Imagine the discomfort of having a piece of your sandwich shooting up into your nose instead of going down into your stomach. Quite unpleasant, isn't it? Well, you have your uvula to thank for preventing such a scenario. Now let's move on to the uvula's role as a protector. The uvula is highly sensitive and triggers the gag reflex when it senses any foreign object trying to move down the throat in the wrong direction. This automatic response causes the muscles in the back of your throat to contract and helps prevent choking. It's like having a personal bodyguard, always on high alert, ready to spring into action at the slightest sign of danger. In addition to these roles, the uvula also produces a large amount of saliva, which is vital for proper digestion. Saliva not only helps in breaking down food but also aids in moving it smoothly down the esophagus. So, in a nutshell, the uvula is a multitasking marvel. It's a speech facilitator, path director, protector, and even a saliva factory. It's constantly working behind the scenes, ensuring our digestion process runs smoothly and safely. So, the next time you swallow, remember the uvula is there, helping your body process food safely. Scene script. Beyond speech and digestion, the uvula also contributes to our immune system. Let's dive into the fascinating world of our body's defense mechanisms, and see how the uvula plays a part in this intricate system. It's so much more than just a small, fleshy pendulum hanging at the back of our throats. The uvula has a pivotal role in the production of saliva. Now you might be thinking, saliva? What does that have to do with immunity? Well, saliva is not just a lubricant that helps us swallow food. It's a complex mixture of water, electrolytes, mucus, and enzymes. But most importantly, it carries antibodies. Antibodies are the body's soldiers, always on the lookout for foreign invaders like bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens. When these invaders are detected, antibodies spring into action, neutralizing them and preventing them from causing harm to our bodies. So how does the uvula come into play? The uvula is lined with a type of tissue called mucosa, which contains salivary glands. These glands produce saliva, which is then secreted into our mouths. Every time we swallow, we're essentially flushing our throats and mouths with this antibody-rich saliva, helping to trap and eliminate any potential pathogens. But that's not all. The uvula also acts as a physical barrier, preventing microbes from entering the respiratory tract. It's like a sentinel, constantly standing guard at the entrance to our bodies, ready to alert our immune system if any unwanted guests try to sneak in. In addition to its physical role, the uvula also plays a part in the complex communication network of our immune system. It contains immune cells that can recognize pathogens, triggering an immune response if necessary. This means that the uvula is not just a passive player in our immune system, but an active participant, helping to coordinate our body's response to threats. So the uvula is more than a piece of flesh. It's a soldier in our body's defense system. It's a fascinating reminder of how complex and intricate our bodies are, and how every little part, even those we might overlook, plays a significant role in keeping us healthy. Despite its size, the uvula can cause some significant issues when things go awry. One of the most common problems is uvulitis, an inflammation of the uvula that can lead to discomfort, difficulty swallowing, and in some cases, a hoarse voice. This condition is usually a result of bacterial or viral infections and can be accompanied by a fever or a sore throat. In most cases, uvulitis can be treated with antibiotics or anti-inflammatory drugs. Another frequent issue related to the uvula is snoring. You might not realize it, but the uvula plays a significant role in this nighttime annoyance. When the uvula is elongated or swollen, it can vibrate as you breathe during sleep, resulting in that all-too-familiar snoring sound. While annoying, snoring in itself isn't necessarily harmful. However, if it's accompanied by pauses in breathing or choking sounds, it might be a sign of a more serious condition known as sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a potentially serious sleep disorder that can lead to a number of health issues if left untreated. This condition is characterized by repeated stops and starts in breathing during sleep. When the uvula and the surrounding tissues collapse and block the airway, it can cause sleep apnea. Common symptoms include loud snoring, gasping for air during sleep, and feeling excessively tired during the day. If you're experiencing these symptoms, it's important to see a healthcare professional. Treatment may involve lifestyle changes, use of a device to keep the airway open, or in some cases surgery. So, while small, the uvula plays a big role in our health and well-being. It's essential to pay attention to any changes or discomfort in the throat area, as they can be signs of an underlying uvula-related problem. As with any health issue, early detection and treatment can make all the difference, so take care of your uvula and it will take care of you. From helping us speak to aiding in digestion and immunity, the uvula is a vital component of our body. It's fascinating, isn't it? This tiny organ, nestled at the back of our throats, plays such a crucial role in our day-to-day lives. It helps us articulate our words with clarity, assists in the smooth passage of food down the esophagus, and even forms a part of our body's first line of defense against harmful bacteria and viruses. While it might seem insignificant, the uvula is a perfect example of how every part of our body, no matter how small, has a purpose. Understanding our bodies, their complexities, and the functions of their various parts can give us a deeper appreciation for the intricate nature of our own existence. So the next time you look in the mirror and see that little hanging thing in your throat, you'll know just how important it is.